Some of the buildings that are now being constructed throughout the world appear to be in direct contradiction to the laws of physics. It appears that the American University in Dubai in the fields of architecture, engineering, landscape architecture, and interior design are continuously raising the standards. The end effect is a swarm of really forward-thinking commercial spaces, residential neighborhoods, and public leisure areas. So, what projects are we talking about, and what do they aim to fulfill? Stay tuned, as in today's video, we'll look at some of the top 15 architecture projects American University in Dubai is presenting. They are absolutely stunning! Number 1. House of Silence by Yasmin Hussain Mohammed Isa. There is a lot of noise in Dubai, but not everyone can hear it. The city of Dubai is home to a number of theaters, music halls, music festivals, and music schools, yet the city's deaf population is unable to participate in any of these activities, and that's where House of Silence comes in. It was established with the goal of developing an architecture that is inclusive and accessible to persons who are deaf or hard of hearing. It is also a place where hearing individuals can go to get a glimpse of the world from the perspective of someone who is deaf. Number 2. Stitching Cultures by Priyanka Nikhil Durandar. More than half a century has passed since the Tibetan community, forced into exile, began to make headway against challenges such as the repression of their culture, movement restrictions, and, probably most importantly, their cultural identity. Both the Indian and Tibetan civilizations will benefit from the project's platforms, which aim to aid in the preservation and depiction of their own traditions. The Tibetan people and their culture have a lot to offer in terms of contributing to world advancement. Their culture of non-violence and compassion has shown the rest of the world that there is a better way to live by demonstrating that it is possible to live in harmony. Number 3. Qima by Sood Abdul Razak Yusuf. As part of a larger initiative to promote ecotourism that is to the advantage of the general community, this project is situated on the summit of Mount Jabal Jais, which is close to Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates. In addition to areas designated for hiking and camping, the proposed mountain town would have a residential neighborhood complete with a fitness center and a spa. The fundamental objectives consist of guaranteeing long-term sustainability and environmental conservation, while simultaneously encouraging environmentally responsible tourism. Number 4. Blur by Al-Hanouf Al-Nasser. The goal of the project is to figure out a way to convert humidity into drinkable water that people can enjoy. The tower operates as a kind of community hub for the adjacent island, hosting a wide range of activities and offering a range of different services. The building's major face is made up of a dynamic wall system that opens and closes in reaction to variations in relative humidity. There is also an overlapping structure with vertical steel trusses that joins the parts of the towers, and some of the areas have been allocated for agricultural use. Number 5. Reinventing the Non-Place by Aya Rashwan. Over the years, Dubai's road network has expanded, which has resulted in better connections for automobiles, but has at the same time weakened the social fabric of the city, and that's where this project comes in. One of its primary purposes will be to bring people together, while also reducing both levels of noise and pollution as part of a project that will be carried out in conjunction with the highway. The project, which is situated in Al Barsha, extends out to the neighboring empty plots and fills in the non-place that was formerly occupied by the Al Thawima Road. Number 6. Unnoticed, 12:30 to 3 by Maze Maroof. It will be utilized by the construction workers, delivery staff, outdoor cleaners, and landscaping workers around the country during their lunch breaks. The towers are designed to be visible from a distance in order to call attention to the importance of honoring the work done by these unsung heroes and to act as a signal for other people who are employed in the construction industry. It will also be possible to address the needs of various regions of the city by utilizing any combination of the city's small, medium, and large hubs. Those who are in need of a break over the course of a workday can make use of the tower's built resting areas. Number 7. Stalactite by Adam Maher Meziou. In order to attract new clients, the gaming and esports venue Stalactite, which is located in an industrial area, strives to provide a wide variety of different activities. So you might be wondering, how does it achieve this? The fundamental form is characterized by structures that taper in both the top-down and bottom-up directions, analogous to the stalagmites and stalactites that are found in caves. The fundamental concept was conceptualized by playing 2D video game maps. This results in the formation of a structure that is one of inquiry and astonishment and appears to defy the laws of gravity. Number 8. Nomad's Land, an archipelago for 21st century nomads by Nadine Amar. There are nomads and nomadism in our modern world, and the impact of migration and movement on human behavior provide a challenge to the definition and management of nomads in our cities. In recognition of the transient nature of human endeavors and in deference to the migratory experience, Nomad's Land has been conceived of as an archipelago that calls into question the tenacity of the manufactured world we have created for ourselves. The concrete and intangible ephemerality of human life is embodied in the design of Nomad's Land as a temporary, movable, fixable, and adaptable project. Number 9. Reviving Peaks, a quarry rehabilitation by Aisha Al-Suwaidi. It is impossible to do damage to quarries since, after they've been exploited, they are often left abandoned. As a consequence of this, in order to transform the quarry into a cultural and artistic attraction, a study of the components that traditionally make up the neighborhood is conducted. As a fundamental premise of the project, the life cycle of the quarry should be turned upside down. It would be excellent for this aim to use structures that are easily capable of being dismantled and restored to their natural state. The idea fuses the quarry's industrial history with its current personality in order to pay homage to the quarry's history while simultaneously appreciating its personality as it is now. Number 10. Esoteria, Bazaar of the Mystics by Farah Sharif Ali. Due to the fact that our world is now devoid of enhancement, it is imperative that we actively seek it out. By paying great attention to the mystique, they were able to develop a character profile for the masters of the esoteric place, and this profile was then matched to credible visitors. The JBR is the source of auras that move through the Blue Waters Bridge before sinking below the surface of the water and disappearing. After then, a ramp winds its way around the auras to create a mystical pathway. Both a contemplative retreat and an archive of esoteric teachings would be excellent choices for a location to house a library of instructive materials. So, how does this help out? Well, in the end, the goal is to create a feast that is both fantastical and otherworldly, as well as sensual and spiritual. Number 11. Enkidu by Dhea Ahmad Dhea. Enkidu investigates a variety of possibilities in order to answer the question of what occurs after death. It connects the many different aspects of the problem so that a complete picture may be obtained. The in-depth examination sheds light on a number of philosophical and theological topics, including the passage of time, relationships with nature, the dual nature of death, and the ritualistic trip that one takes after death. A primary emphasis on ascension helped to steer the design of the project and tackle the practical, spatial, and sociological issues linked with the topic, such as the estrangement of society from death, the squandering of space on an urban scale, and the revitalization of the urban character of cemeteries. Number 12. Baqala, the Social Hypermarket by Elham Al-Duwaik. The social hypermarket, also known as Baqala, brings together the realms of retail and transportation under one roof. The project is dispersed throughout a number of locations inside of, on top of, and all around the Emirates Towers metro station to accommodate the commuters that use the station on a regular basis. Baqala is an antithesis of the autocentric hypermarket since it's an intermodal venue that can be reached by public transit in addition to being accessible by automobile or on foot. And no wonder various regions and patterns are developed as a result of the closeness of the mode of transportation, as well as the typical amount of time it takes to get to the destination. Number 13. Hamil by Raisa Al-Hatawi. The ethnically diverse municipality of Hatta in Dubai has been facing challenges all year long due to an inadequate supply of potable and sustainable water. This town has a particularly severe problem on its hands as a result of the wealth of natural resources that it possesses, including a lake. The town also has dams and bridges that have been constructed in order to divide Swan Lake into two distinct halves. But due to the fact that it's the driest location, there are not many tourist attractions in this region. So where does the project come in? Well, the aims of the project include the construction of a structure that serves the community, collects rainwater, and enables easy access for pedestrians, as well as the improvement of the area's sustainability through farming and recreational activities. Number 14. Dance by Sham Saraj. The reputation of a city as a cultural mecca is mainly dependent on the number of opportunities available in performing arts. The purpose of this effort is to firmly plant Dubai on the global map of dance. The building will be used for Arabic dance, which is the project's aim. In general, dancing has been honored in Western society for many years. However, in the Arab region, dancing is not as widely known and is not celebrated in the same manner. The purpose of the initiative is to provide dancers, spectators, and choreographers in the Arab region the opportunity to get instruction, showcase their work, and perform for an audience. Number 15. Proximities by Hiba Salah Ali Dabash. A community is said to be 15-minute friendly if all of the essentials for its residents can be accessed within 1 kilometer using either walking, bicycling, or public transportation. This is the effect that close proximity has. The focus of this project is on improving the walkability of an existing neighborhood as well as providing essentials that are now unavailable. The objective is to create a community center in the middle of Suqeim that will fulfill all of the criteria that are now unsatisfied by the area. It now has sports facilities, retail establishments, art galleries, and a library, all of which were previously absent from the prior version. The major objective is to ensure that all accessible amenities are within a 15-minute driving distance of people's homes. And that's all for today's video, guys. What do you think of these projects? Which one of these impressed you the most? Let us know in the comment section below and go through the channel for more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.